What's up, y'all? My name is Dante Chang, and this is the Completely Unprofessional podcast. My co-host Austin Hall,
Hey.
our very special guest Bryan Day.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, Bryan?
Man, good to be here. That was an awkward intro right there,
was.
Austin. There was
It
like a
was.
slight pause, and then
Yeah.
you remembered. You're like, oh, Austin's here too.
No, he gave me a weird look, and it made me self-conscious. So I don't know what it was. It just made me self-conscious.
You know what that's like, man? That's like when you're doing a set on stage, right? And like you could have the whole audience rolling, and then there's one person in front that just gives you a weird look, like they're thinking about something, and then now you're self-conscious about your whole act. Like, have you ever felt that? Like one person can just throw you off just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I looked at the guy. Sometimes I look at it. I either judge him. I'm like, this guy's a hater, or this guy's dumb. I always try to find a way to make it the problem, not me.
And these are thoughts going in your head
Yeah.
while you're telling
Yes,
a joke,
absolutely.
right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's a hater.
Absolutely. No, this guy's a hater. This guy's mad at making this girl laugh.
There
No,
you go.
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
Steal
what
Your
I
Girl.
always think.
Or sometimes, like, what's funny, like,
Especially Austin, because he's got like that light skin cute thing going on.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
a lot of chicks go for that look now. That's an in look.
It's an in look. Well, here's the thing.
it's been in look for a
Doesn't
long
Austin
time.
Look like half
Yeah.
of the NBA players drafted last week, right?
Yeah, he
Like-
does.
Straight up Michael Porter, baby. That's
They
how
are
I
starting to
feel
look
good.
like that.
You feel good when they get drafted too.
So
You're
you're
like,
moving.
I got a chance.
You're moving to New York.
I am moving to New York.
Are you,
man.
Eddie, do you think what if one day you think it's a slight chance you become a Knicks fan?
A Knicks fan? Absolutely not.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I mean, I'm from San Antonio, so you have to think about it. All we have is the Spurs. We don't have anything else.
Oh yeah, no football team.
And the Alamo, but
That's
really,
it.
if they're
Yeah.
like, if they told San Antonians like you had to choose the Alamo or the Spurs, or like the Spurs, like I already forgot the Alamo. You know what I mean?
Wasn't Billy Bob Thornton in that movie?
We'll replace it with a statue of Tim Duncan
Yeah.
He
and
was in that movie.
Greg
That was a terrible
Popovich,
movie.
The Alamo.
It was an awful movie.
That was Billy Bob.
That was
Thornton.
Billy Bob. Wait, why are you moving to New York?
I'm moving to New York, man, just for a change of scenery, change of pace, more opportunities. My wife's family's over there, so it just makes it easier.
Okay,
you know?
dope.
I have no ties to LA, you know.
What
so
part?
it's
What part are you
like,
moving
other
to?
than this beautiful face.
Oh, thank you, Brian.
So-
Thank you. You just touched my face.
I
Brian Day just
scratched
touched my face.
But
It
why-
felt so good.
Oh, I was
chin.
about
It
to
was
say.
very nice. It's softer than I expected.
For a split, for a
That's
split-
because you touched a double chin.
I
That's
did.
why.
I touched the other chin.
This was double chin.
It was nice. I felt good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I feel like it was like a relaxation, like Buddha or something. That was nice.
Okay.
We didn't take it.
Makes sense. Like rubbing a lamp.
It was nice. So what were you saying? Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. So where do you guys think LeBron is going?
LeBron, man. I honestly, you know what the thing is, man, is like I think if the Cavaliers just had a little bit of common sense with the way they run their organization, LeBron would never want to leave. Like they got rid of Kyrie for essentially like Lakers role players, right? If
And,
you
and
break
it's
it
home,
down.
and it's really home. Like it's home for him. So
Yeah, he
doesn't
left
really
South Beach to go back to
Yeah.
Cleveland. Like, who's ever made that move
Yeah.
before?
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless they have to attend a funeral or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, nobody makes that flight, but he did it because he loves Cleveland. And all they had to do is just sign like a couple of big free agents, right, or a couple of good players, and he would never want to leave.
Yeah.
But since they're not capable of it, I don't know, man. I
it's,
think
it's really bad GMing too. Their GMing is terrible.
It's
They
horrible.
overpay people. It's frightening how bad.
Yeah, was it
is.
J.R. Smith got like a $30 million a year
Yeah,
contract?
man.
Something ridiculous.
He makes like $16 million a year. Some crazy shit.
Oh
like,
yeah, but that was because LeBron though.
yeah. He should be making
LeBron
4.
ushered that. So did Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson is
Oh
making
my
big fucking
God,
money.
man.
They're just stuck. But they should have gave up that pick. They should have traded that pick, man. They said they didn't want to give up the pick. That's why the Paul George thing fell apart. That's why the DeAndre Jordan thing fell apart. They just. But I'm like, once.
Kemba Walker, right? They could have gotten Kemba Walker. They were trying to get that going.
That's why I'm like, yo, once LeBron leaves, you're gonna be fired anyways.
Yeah.
So just do whatever you can to make him stay. If he doesn't stay, you like, shit, I did the best I could. Other than that, I don't even. Yeah.
I think if he wants to win a title, he should go to the Sixers.
Yeah, oh, that's dope.
Or you know what I was thinking? If he found a way to join the Pelicans.
If you got
Dude,
Anthony
if he teamed
Davis.
up, right, with AD, Anthony Davis, and Drew Holiday, and you got Rondo,
running the
like
point.
that would be an insane
And
lineup.
And Cousins
dude.
stays.
And if
Running the
Cousins
point.
stayed, imagine that lineup,
Yeah,
dude.
that
They're
is pretty
all
terrifying.
defensive. Like they're
They're
all
all
big.
terrifying.
Yeah.
That is
Dude.
pretty terrifying.
That would be that would be like I would just love to see them go against the Warriors, man. Those would be some good games.
That'd be good.
That would be exciting to watch. That would be very
And
exciting.
they would win a title, I believe.
It would be nice to see him to go to the Spurs too, if they keep Kawhi.
I don't think we're keeping Kawhi, man.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
man.
That's
think he's
sad.
You don't worry about that.
That's a rain cloud over my day. Every time I think of like Kawhi wanting just to leave San Antonio, I'm just like, it's like those like old Looney Tune cartoons, right, where the rain clouds just following him.
Do you think it's his uncle?
I think it is. I think so, man.
I
Because
think it
Kawhi, like, why else? If it's about money, the Spurs are gonna pay you literally like what, $60 or $40 million more than any other team can. And on top of that, you're going to be the face of the franchise. And if you win another title, like, you're going to be the MVP. And he was runner-up MVP before he got hurt, right? The year before, third in voting, whatever. And it's like, you are just about to come out of your shell. And then now he just wants to throw all that away to move to L.A. because the Spurs aren't a good organization, which it's not true. I mean, they're the best organization in sports.
They have gotten a lot out of their talent. They draft well. Their GMing is phenomenal,
And they were building around him.
and they recover so well.
Right.
But every time they take a hit, like they lost David Robinson, they recovered so well. They lost Tim Duncan, they recovered. I think they recovered pretty well.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Especially for losing the greatest power forward ever.
We were in
One
the
of
Western
greatest,
Conference
yeah.
Finals the year before.
Yeah.
Right. And up 20.
Yes. And then Kawhi gets hurt, and then not only that, like the whole offense ran through him, so that's going to mess everything up. And you're going up against one of the greatest teams, which the Warriors can adapt like crazy too. But if he would have stayed there, man, I think it would have been a 6 games. Possibly the Spurs could have even upset, just by out coaching the Warriors.
The Spurs are like the NBA's version of the Patriots. They're just well coached, well managed. They're always around. You can never really count them out. They're always lingering. They're always you can never.
It's like Rocky, right? In every movie. That's what the
Yeah,
Spurs. No matter what round it is, he can be getting his ass kicked for
no matter what.
19 rounds out of 15 and still find a way to like knock out Apollo.
Yeah, somehow. Like somehow they're always. You can never look at them like, or you can never look at the Patriots and Spurs like, oh, this is gonna be an easy run through. We're just gonna go through this team and
No.
move on to the next round.
'Cause
It's
they
never
don't-
that.
yeah,
They're never
no.
that. They're always like, the Spurs, they could beat you. So just
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to beat a team that doesn't beat itself. Like,
Yeah,
they're
that's true. They
consistent,
never beat
they don't
themselves.
make a lot of mistakes.
well coached,
Yeah.
great GMing, great coaching. Just like pretty much everything that you could do right, they do right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the fact that he wants to leave that, I think he's kind of been spoiled. I think that he thinks the grass is greener on the other side.
And
I
yeah.
think he thinks that other organizations might treat him better, and he's going to go to another team, man, and it's not going to be as good. He's not going to have a great coach like Popovich.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
And it's not going to be built around him, and I think he's going to suffer, man. I think Kawhi, he's a great player, but he benefits from being in that Spurs system.
But if he
Yeah.
goes to Philly, I think they can win the title. I think they can win.
Well, they got a lot of great pieces.
Oh
already.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But I think I'd
They
like
need
to
a-
see.
They
yeah.
really need a 2 guard.
The Spurs?
No,
we
no.
need-
I'm talking about the Sixers.
Well, they got Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, he can't shoot.
We don't know that yet.
he
Ah,
can't-
yeah, you're right.
he
Did you
can't
see that
shoot.
video of him like trying to shoot when he was like working on his form?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Right? That looked like me shooting. You know what I mean? Like that's how bad it was.
He's not very good.
I don't even know how you're a professional. Like, I don't know how you've been playing basketball your entire life and you don't know how to shoot.
He
You know what
forgot. Like he just forgot.
It's-
In
it's-
one summer, he just forgot. That's why they even had like psychiatric help.
know,
like
like,
they
yo,
were
what's
monitoring
wrong?
his mental health, and I'm like that's crazy.
What's wrong? Terrible.
I was talking to this dude.
But Ben Simmons can't shoot either. I don't know
Yeah.
how these kids are.
How
like,
is it that
everything else he's good at though.
How is it that Embiid's the best shooter on that,
That team, dog?
He's like 7'2", right?
like a giant?
Riddick.
He's gone.
Yeah, I know. Probably.
They might
can't afford
get
him
him back.
anymore.
I mean, he doesn't cost that much. You know.
I just hope Kawhi doesn't go to the Lakers. I hate the Lakers.
Yeah.
I don't want Lakers. I get more satisfaction of the Lakers fans being sad than me winning a title, like in San Antonio. I just can't stand Laker fans. They're too spoiled. You know, like when they were winning titles, like you guys, they show like the fans like sitting on like the front court and they're like tweeting while they're at the game. I'm like, put that phone away, man. Like your team's in the finals or in the playoffs. You know.
Yeah. No, this is.
Yeah, I don't. Lakers don't bother me. I don't think no team. I don't think I dislike any team. Because I don't know.
Who was your team growing up though?
Bulls. I hated the Knicks for a little while, but it's weird. After it's over, you just respect them. You know, because the Knicks were like the biggest threat. Like I remember growing up a Bulls fan. Like that was the only team I would look at like they could beat us.
Not
They could beat
not
us.
even Indiana.
No, no one else gave me fear but the Knicks.
What about Orlando when they had
No,
But they
Pippen,
beat you.
or no,
Penny
Penny
and-
and Shaq?
didn't scare me.
They did.
They did
you,
beat
though.
you guys.
Yeah,
beat
he
you,
did,
though.
but it didn't scare me.
That's not
I thought we were gonna win, you know, until like it was over. But they only won because remember they had no 4. You know, Jordan just came back,
Yeah.
and then there was no 4.
They
you
were
know?
still an underdog in
Yeah.
that series though, because they were young.
Yeah.
Right.
I think was it Shaq his second year or was it his actual rookie year?
I think it was the second year.
Oh shit.
Professionalism.
That was completely unprofessional.
Completely
name dropping the
unprofessional.
podcast.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, man. If the Bulls were your team, you're right. I mean, you guys dominated for what over half a decade.
And now have not done anything.
Yeah. What do you think? I don't know, man. I hope Kawhi. Just going back to that. I hope the Spurs. Since the way he betrayed the organization, I feel like he did. I think the Spurs would just be like, you know what? We're just gonna trade you to Orlando for like 4
I was
draft
just
picks
about to say that,
and just
yo.
throw him into like
If
a
I did
team.
that, I would do that shit to Phoenix. I would send him to Phoenix and be like, "Go ahead, enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
Enjoy yourself."
Just send him somewhere.
No,
he just doesn't-
Detroit. I would send him.
To
I
the
would just pick the
Pistons?
worst city that I could buy in my mind.
The
I'd be
worst
like,
organ-
"Yeah, you go there. Enjoy your year.
Enjoy Charlotte. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be great."
That's exactly what the Spurs would do. Just because they're like, you know what, man? If you think it's gonna be better, there you go. Enjoy Charlotte.
Oh yeah, give him
So-
one of them coaches that just or it's either Orlando or Phoenix, so that he could just the complete opposite of what the Spurs are.
Yeah,
have
ju-
him around nothing but unprofessionals. Fucking coach can't coach. Like everything's bad. And be like, y'all like it? You feel satisfied?
Yeah, exactly. And I think they would do that.
He might drop to like a top 20 player instead of a top 5 player if he's in the weird.
Well, that's what
system.
I'm actually interested to see,
Yeah.
man. If
I am
it's-
interested to
if it's
see
the
that.
organization combined with Kawhi, or is it really Kawhi?
Because nobody likes to leave that system. Manu, Tony, Duncan.
Well, look at like Spurs role players,
Robinson,
right?
they
They
say
get
they're
a lot
over.
of clout, and then when they leave the Spurs, they become like bench players. Like,
Yep.
like George Hill. Remember, he was like they were thinking of him becoming like an all-star for San Antonio, and then we traded him for a Kawhi pick, and then he went to Indiana, and then people never talked about him
Yeah.
becoming
Ever to
a
be
potential
heard of.
star ever again.
Ever again.
But there was a
dog.
point where they were like, "Oh, this guy might be like the
Yeah.
next Parker."
Tony
Like,
Parker. I thought that too.
yeah,
thought
I
he was
know
gonna
a
be
lot of
pretty
people
good.
did.
You know why I heard he left? Did I ever tell you?
Why?
Someone told me the reason why they got rid of George Hill. Because remember we got traded. Weren't you confused? Like, why would they trade him?
I mean, I was a little confused. He had a lot of value, but yeah, I was like, wow, I thought he was
You know
good.
what?
They are. They're the Patriots, dog.
But you know what I heard happened to him?
What?
Well, why they traded him? Heard he was sexually harassing a teammate, and they didn't like say who it was.
Oh,
I just wonder who it was.
shit.
Wait, what?
He was George Hill was sexually harassing a teammate.
There's like a gay rumor going on of George.
Yeah, that's what I
Hill?
heard. That's
Wait,
what I
wait.
heard.
What
Is
do you
this
mean?
like the Steve Francis and what was the other player that they said?
Mobley?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tino Mobley was it?
Yeah.
They
I
were-
mean, yeah, I heard that too. I
Right,
heard
that
too,
one.
yeah.
That one's like you're like there's like these weird kind of NBA rumors that you hear
Yeah.
from people.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
yeah. So I don't know. Heard.
Every black dude who's an NBA head was always like, you know who's gay in the league, right? I'm like, I didn't ask. All right, let's hear it, right?
Yo, you know, gay,
There's nothing
right?
wrong with it, but then
Wait,
you shouldn't
what?
sexually harass your teammates.
No,
If
you
that's
shouldn't.
not good. You know, that's
I'm
not-
just laughing because Brian's talking about his day, and then the guy's like, "You know who's gay in the NBA, right?" You're
Yeah.
like, wait, what?
Yeah, man, I just want 20 on pump 9, dude. That's
That's-
that's what I want.
Okay. Still put 20 on 5. All right.
Or you're at Foot Locker, you're like, no, I just want a size 11 in these, bro.
This is good. You know who's gay, right? It's funny.
No, but I heard, I didn't hear about the George Hill one, but I've
Oh.
heard that a couple other players. There was even a rumor that Tim Duncan might be gay. Did you ever hear that one?
Well, you know
Well,
what?
his wife, remember when they got divorced,
Uh-huh.
right? Tim Duncan's wife came out and said that he was bisexual and started putting all this stuff. But of course, they're going through a divorce. She was trying to get money and all this shit.
Wouldn't surprise me. He kind of looks like it. You know.
I wouldn't care. I
Who
wouldn't
cares?
care.
I wouldn't care if my favorite player
Anybody
was
who
gay. I
looks-
wouldn't care.
Right? It's not like they're gonna change the banners
Yeah.
in San Antonio with like the pride flag. You know
I
what
would,
I mean? Like,
I would just like
they're
la-
not gonna do
I would
that.
just laugh. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Ian McCullen, You know, I'm a big fan. And he's the guy that played Magneto the first time.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah,
like
yeah.
him. I don't know. I think he's really dope. He's gay as hell.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Gandalf.
Gandalf. I love Gandalf.
Gandalf the gay.
That was
don't
a
give a
quick
damn.
left turn right there, right? We went from NBA players to like, I love the first X-Men.
Yeah, we could go back. We could go
I
back.
know,
We
right?
could go back. I don't
Go
really
all
wanna
the
talk
way
about
back.
X-Men.
You know who I love, man, is Harvey Milk. I thought he was great. Just going back, anybody who might be gay.
Right.
But,
You know who's gay in the industry, right?
I know.
so
Right?
then we'll go on. We'll be here forever. You
Yeah,
know?
right. Just keep throwing that out there.
And I heard, what's his name? Eddie Curry sexually harassed limo driver.
Really?
Yeah, someone
What?
told me that.
Well, at least he treats him a lot
Someone
better than
did-
Jason
we-
Williams did. He treated his limo driver.
God damn.
NBA roast going on right here.
But this is the thing. My boy, very reliable source told me this, right?
Oh,
I don't know
shit.
how he was, but he was pretty drunk. So I don't know. But he's a person that doesn't really make up shit, you know?
Yeah.
And then one day I was watching the finals in like 2000, maybe 12. And then I seen like Eddie Curry and George Hill leaving the game together. We played for
Oh.
different teams. I was like, well, maybe. Because it was after they. Because you wouldn't even thought any different of it if no one told you this. But because they said those two were gay, I mean, maybe those two were gay. You know?
Okay.
I don't know why.
What was the source though?
No, he's not gonna reveal
I
that.
Can't reveal the source.
Yeah, I have to tell you later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
It
can't
was
do that
Marv
to you.
Albert while he was
was.
tied
No,
up
I'm
in
not-
I
chains,
was just about to say it was definitely
getting beaten
Marv.
by a prostitute.
It was definitely
George
Marv.
Hill is gay. I don't know. That's my horrible Marv Albert impression.
That shit was great.
You know what I want? Oh, this is what they heard about George Hill though. They said because he was sending a teammate when he was in San Antonio like inappropriate text messages, right?
Really?
I wonder who it was because they didn't reveal who it was. You know, if you Google, I even Googled it and
He was
read
going,
on
after,
it.
he was going
Yeah.
after Bruce Bowen.
Bruce, probably Bruce
That bow
Bowen.
tie, Bruce Bowen.
Bowen.
He started wearing the bow tie right
I think
after
Tony
that.
Parker.
Bruce.
Tony?
think
Tony was harassing other teammates' wives, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I was about to
somebody
say, he was
that-
hitting
Brett,
other chicks.
what's his name? What's it called? One of the
Yeah, he was hitting other chicks.
who was it? That white dude who could dunk. Remember the guy who won the dunk contest? The white dude in the 90s.
Brent Berry.
Brent Barry's wife.
He was.
God.
Yeah. I remember
That's
that.
why
I remember
Eva
that.
Longoria divorced him.
God
Yeah, sexting her.
damn.
Yeah, I remember.
Tony Parker, Papa.
That's why they.
freak.
And then the Spurs were thinking about trading him just for that. And then he ended up like saying like making amends.
Yeah.
And then they ended up getting rid of Brent Barry.
Yeah, that was easy. That was an easy decision to
But
make.
yeah, you
Gotta get rid of Brent
That's
Barry.
what, this was when Parker was like top 5 in MVP
Yeah.
voting too, man.
Could
It
you
was
im-
at the peak.
Could you imagine that though?
Cheating on
you
Ellen.
you get fired because your colleague fucked your wife
Yeah.
and they can no longer work with you anymore.
They said it was text message, but you had to be more than that.
Oh come on, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Smash.
Because Eva Longoria divorced him.
That's what
And
I'm
she
saying.
said it
He's
was because of
making-
text message. No, dude.
No, you didn't.
No.
You don't divorce over text. You
Maybe
divorce
George
over
Hill was
sex.
the karma for that. To Tony Parker.
Hilarious.
Here's your karma. Now you got a
Right.
dude.
Now you gotta
harassing
be
you
sexually harassed.
by a dude on your teammate.
What's up,
That's
Tony?
your karma.
I know Tony's gonna come out and be like part of the Me Too movement. and all that shit.
Tony Parker
with
got-
his French accent. Me too.
He
yeah.
he told me that it was a barbecue. I get over there. He's like, George is just
There's no
naked.
barbecue.
No
He's like he
barbecue.
said it was a
that
spontaneous
meat, though.
practice. It was a shoot
Well,
around.
he didn't have the fire go.
I got this meat though.
Yeah, got this meat though for you, Tony.
Hey, what if George Hill comes out with like a plate and then he's like got like the whipped cream bikini like in Varsity Blues?
Dog. He'll hit you with
That's
it, bro.
Tony
He's
Parker
like,
just
yo, what's up, Tony? You hungry? Two things that have nothing to do with each other: whipped cream and fucking barbecue.
That's
Strawberries.
hilarious, man. This is hilarious. Dude just sitting up here harassing teammates and shit.
You gotta love it.
That is
The
crazy though.
NBA.
Like, right, Parker just doing that, like just trying to mess with another teammate's wife. That's such a betrayal, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know why. I think George Hill sexually harassing you, not me, but another teammate is kind of funny, right? Eddie Curry sexually harassing you is terrifying. He's
He's
7
a big
foot.
motherfucker, yeah.
That is crazy.
That's
He's like
terrifying.
fucking, yeah, like 270.
7-foot dude.
7 foot,
270.
270.
Like, hey,
270
man, you
easy.
pretty dog. You're
Yeah.
like, damn.
Real
Like, what
pretty.
are you gonna say to that?
I heard he did the Louis C.K. to his limo driver.
You lying?
That's what I heard.
It was a girl Or was a guy
A
limo?
dude.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah, he's dude,
I'm out.
I
I would
I
have
would've-
left the limo. My boss would have been like, "Where's the car?"
What if Eddie Curry was like, "Oh man, thanks for driving me around, man. Here's your tip," and then literally just takes it
whips
out.
his dick? Oh no, thank you, sir. We're not allowed to take tips.
What if he thought it was like
No tip necessary.
No,
No tip necessary.
gratuity is already worked in.
That's
That's
all right.
fine.
You
That's
could just
fine.
forward that over to my company.
this
We
is
can't
like-
accept tips here.
Hey, I just dropped Eddie Curry off, and his dick is out right now.
He's
What
like,
do
is
you-
that why you have a black eye?
It was like-
He just whipped it out,
It
a
was like-
7-footer.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, this dude Eddie Curry.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, dude, it's hard. Yeah, you can't harass people sexually at center position. It's not.
But you know what's crazy is that's what they should do for the Me Too movement. They should bring in big motherfuckers like Eddie Curry to do the same shit that guys do to women at the offices to make the guys feel like women.
Dude, right? Then yeah, that's
Samantha,
your punishment.
you're looking real good today. And
All
you're
of
like, Eddie Curry comes in. You're looking real good today, Austin.
He just has to follow you for a day. That's their punishment, right?
That's what I was about to say. This adds perspective. This is good. This is good.
this is so
I've been doing it wrong for all this time.
The punishment does fit the crime there.
And this is crazy. We haven't even brought up the only NBA player that came out today was Jason Collins years ago. You know why? Because he wasn't very.
I was
he
about to
only
say,
scored like 3
he
points.
averaged
Yeah,
.04
he averaged like 3 points.
points. I don't even know how
That's
you
like-
average .04.
He averaged less than like 2 points a game, like 4 rebounds, and like he averaged like 9 ass slaps after practice.
You know what's funny?
I was
This is
just
this
about
is
to say.
true.
Remember, he used to grind on Shaq. When he played for the Nets, bro.
I didn't even
He
think
used to
about that.
grind on Shaq
I didn't think
all
about
the
that.
fucking time, bro.
He wanted that diesel.
Oh god!
Remember when
he
they
wanted
swept
diesel.
New Jersey? They swept New Jersey, bro.
He kept grinding on him.
But he got like 6. He got fouled out like all 4 games, dog.
You
He
know
was
why?
just-
Because then when he was rubbing on him, he's like, "I gotta go to the locker room right now.
Yeah.
I gotta
I'm
get."
out. Just keep smacking Shaq.
He just get at you. He's like,
I don't know. Usually people back up when I do the backup move. He doesn't.
He's not,
He
no.
comes stronger. He's like glue. I don't get it. I think he poked me with something a few times.
You shall not pass.
He's like, "Hey man, stop with that elbowing." He's like, "What elbow?"
It's not my elbow. These are my elbows. What is that then? Oh man! But you know what's the crazy thing? This how we just this is when I learned you shouldn't judge people like I was doing. And when I first saw the thing,
Real talk.
the thing when I first saw the thing, the ticker had to go at the bottom. It was I didn't see Jason Collins. All I saw was NBA player comes out and openly says he's gay.
Yeah.
I just started thinking to myself, good for you, Chris Bosh. Good for you. I just assumed
shit.
it was Chris Bosh. I didn't even look at it. I just assumed, like, you know, you just.
It's his eyes, right? Like
Yeah.
his eyes when he like looks at people, right? He
Yeah.
like there was even a bunch of memes,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah,
way
yeah.
he would like look
Yeah.
at other dudes and stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah, he does
he's
look-
got that kind of like
The sassy.
Yeah.
He's like sassy. Yeah.
Sassy.
He's sassy. He's
That's
got a seductive
funny
look.
ass- Yeah.
He looks like, I used to call him the gay snake.
The gay snake.
Yeah, because that's how he looked to me.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
He looks like a gay ass
Like,
snake.
yeah, like
he
a
look-
lizard
he has
for
a
sure.
reptile kind
Yeah,
of
he
look.
does. Like a
And-
raptor.
And kind of gay, you know? Nothing wrong with either one of those. Well, I'm not a fan of snakes.
You know.
There would be something wrong if he was a snake. Though.
Yeah.
You ever seen Super Mario? Like the movie, the
Oh,
yeah,
years
right.
ago.
He look.
The
he
Goombas.
has, yes, he
He
looks
did
like
look
a
like a
Goomba.
Goomba. And those were big dudes too, man.
That guy.
He just developed a jump shot. That's how he got in the league.
Hilarious.
Just being a fuck. He was the first. What's his name? Was the first openly gay player, and then he was the first Goomba to ever play.
Goomba to ever play.
Boom.
That guy, I don't think anyone has ever. There's 2 people I don't think anyone buys jerseys in our modern era. No one buys Chris Bosh's jersey. Nobody. I don't think anyone buys it. When I saw Mitchell and Ness did it, I was like, no one's gonna buy this, right? Nobody.
It was like.
Nobody's.
It was
gonna
on
buy
the sale rack as soon as it was released.
For like 3 days, like no one. And then who else? What's his name?
yeah, right. If you're
Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay does not sell jerseys.
Never.
That's terrible. Just
You
because
think
it
it has
says
something
gay,
to do with his name? I don't.
a lot to do with his name.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put gay on the back of my jersey.
And in Memphis, maybe it might work in San Francisco. If you work for Golden State, they might have worked
That's
for him.
true.
That
It
would've
might
been
have worked.
good.
But he played with Memphis.
He did.
And his last name was Gay. I've actually met people from Memphis at that time. We remember when Rudy was Memphis and he was hot. I remember somebody wearing his jersey and they had Rudy on the back.
Hilarious.
Oh, they just took his first name.
Yeah, they put his first name on the back.
This is better for everybody.
You want to think it's a family. He has like a cousin that played for like Pittsburgh or something. He was gay 22.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
he was
what?
gay 20. He wasn't gay also.
No,
his name
cousin.
is gay.
His gay. No, same.
See,
his
I'm
cousin.
getting confused. You're right. The
Right,
name
right, right.
can confuse a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
can,
people
it
as
can.
well.
Yeah, he was. His name was gay 22. I mean, he had the same last name.
I was like,
It's his
wait,
cousin.
what?
They all have the name and the same number. I guess.
I actually heard he was changing his last name next season.
Really?
Yeah, it's just gonna say hetero on the back of his jersey. It's just gonna say hetero 2
Oh, that's
Killing
funny.
it, dog.
with 2 O's on the hetero. Oh,
That's hilarious, man.
that sounds like a bad rapper name, right?
Yeah,
Hetero.
I think San Antonio would have made a run with a healthy Kawhi this year.
yeah. They're always.
I like
always
I
threat.
like their team, man. I liked Rudy coming off. Like
I don't know why I used to.
He was playing good for us.
He was.
He filled in a good role.
he just
Just-
couldn't. Yeah, he just was.
I'm surprised we made the playoffs, man. Like, as a Spurs fan, I was expecting us. I'm like, you know what? I think we need a tank for 1 year, get a good draft pick. But no, I was like, they still are gonna make the
Yeah.
playoffs. That's
Yeah.
insane.
It's very fortunate. Very fortunate that I think because I don't know. I feel like God blesses you if you do things right. I feel like that's why they got blessed with like Tim Duncan, David Robinson, because they act.
Is that what you feel?
Yeah, man. Because how many number ones
You're right.
go
The
wrong?
Spurs are divined by God Himself. I love it. Yeah.
No, like because
I feel that way.
because no.
Do you think God's up there and he's like, I really fuck with the Spurs?
He is a Spurs fan. You
No,
gotta
I
give
really
it to
do.
him.
No, I really like. No, I really. Fuck
I think
with
it's the
Spurs.
energy. They've always just ran things right, and then I feel like how many times does a number one pick go wrong? You know what I mean? Like so many times. They had 2 number one picks that just were phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how often does that happen? A lot of times, look at Kwame Browns and the
Greg Oden.
Greg Oden and who's the guy with Tristan Thompson? They're all number one.
Who
right?
did the Cavs get a
Wait,
few
Tristan
years ago that
Thompson
was
went
just
one?
complete
Did he go
garbage?
number one? No.
Tristan
Who
Thompson
went number
did
one
not
with the
go
Cavs?
number one.
But
Oh,
don't-
you're talking about fucking Anthony Bennett?
Anthony Bennett, that's
Oh,
right.
you talking about Anthony Bennett?
He got
Who
cut
else
from
did they
he
get?
got cut from the EuroLeague.
Yeah.
He averaged like 3 points a game in the Euro. How did that guy
So that
become
happens.
the number one pick?
So this happens.
Dog.
You guys know that this happens.
It
You know what I
does.
mean? This happens for you guys. It never happened. And you know who else has bad fortune? Who has good? But you guys have the. You know what's the shit end of the stick when you guys are good? Portland Trailblazers.
Of course.
They're like, oh my god, they get fucked over.
Yeah,
They got Greg Oden. They missed Michael
over
Jordan.
Kevin Durant.
Over Kevin Durant. They missed Michael Jordan. Like
Fucking man.
it's terrible. It's more. If you have,
That's why they got swept.
yeah, they're.
I love that story about Bobby Knight though. When he was telling them when he called the Trailblazers up and was like, draft Jordan. He was like, well, we need a center. Then play him at center. He was like, yo, are you fucking crazy? Trust me. I've seen this kid play. Draft him. No one cares about Sam Bowie. Fucking draft this kid.
And then
they didn't.
Jeez,
And you know how like I gotta say though, Portland's GMing is not bad. They've
Not
always-
recently, no.
No, I mean no. Even back then, they've always no. Think about it. Even when the Jordan era, they always got a decent team together. It's just they have bad luck.
They had Brandon Roy.
No, think about
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
that's
he
bad
got
luck.
hurt.
He was so good.
They
Yeah.
had
Oh, he
four.
was tight,
That's
man.
how bad their luck
That
is.
sucks.
Remember, if you look at that team that played against Jordan, that team had 4 All-Stars on it. 4. Porter, no, I mean it might be 5. No, I don't think Kersey was ever an All-Star. Terry Porter was an All-Star. Clyde Drexler was an All-Star. Duckworth was an All-Star.
That's
Is
crazy.
that it?
Were they all stars that year though?
Different years, but they're all.
I was
All-Stars.
like, I was like, no, you
know,
can't
they're
do
all
it. You can't
relatively
do it.
young.
Can't do it
They're
like
relatively young. You
Can't
know,
do it
What
like
about
that,
in the
though.
mid 2000s when they had Rasheed Wallace,
Yeah,
Damon Stoudemire,
Zach Randolph,
They even had Pippen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That team almost threw off the Lakers.
That's good
tournament.
GMing. Even drafting Zach Randolph that late, that's good GMing.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
they
mean?
were good,
They,
man.
they just have bad luck. You know,
in the draft.
They're just bad luck. The team, they had bad fortune. You know, no, I mean, I would say this: they
They've owned
they have
slaves.
good GMing, bad drafting. The
Yeah.
drafting is terrible, but they've always managed to put a decent team together. Even now, they have Lillard, the Brandon Roy area, the Clyde Drexler area. They have had multiple decent errors. They're never, and they've been a legitimate threat several times. They've made it to the finals twice.
Yeah.
You know,
It's true.
yeah, they've been legitimate threat, just never go over the hump. You know.
Does your wife get annoyed when you just talk about sports?
You know what? pretty much into it.
Or
now.
when you watch sports, like, does your wife go like, "Oh, like,
No,
I'm gonna go do something else"?
We have the same teams. She likes Bulls.
Okay.
And she liked Redskins because she went to school in Chicago and lived in DC.
Okay.
So it kind of works out.
So she's into
Yeah,
sports.
she's
huh?
cool.
That's
I mean,
good. She
yeah.
grew up into it.
Yeah, she's kind of like, she acts more into it than she actually is. I
Yeah.
think,
That's
but
for
she's
you,
still
brother.
cool.
That's for
know?
you, brother.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I think women are better than us because they could do shit like that. I still don't know a damn thing about Hello Kitty. Not a damn thing. I
Kitty?
don't know nothing about Hello Kitty.
And will not try.
Your wife's still into Hello Kitty?
Yeah, all Asian girls are into Hello Kitty, man. Every girl, Asian girl is into
I
Hello
felt like
Kitty.
there was an age gap on Hello Kitty.
That's
But
no,
I guess not with Asian
they love.
chicks.
I seen this fat ass 45-year-old Asian girl, big ass Hello Kitty bike.
A bicycle
Yeah,
with the
big
cat
ass-
head on the front.
Yeah,
and all
big
that
ass
shit.
Hello Kitty bike. I'm like,
Why?
I don't know.
That's such a weird thing.
Because it's pretty. And this is the thing about Hello Kitty.
How did it?
This the thing about Hello. You
This
saw.
motherfucker can't talk.
This the thing
Dude, he
about
got no
Hello
mouth.
Kitty.
And then, how does he talk? I don't even talk. I
Hello-
never watched the cartoon. And then and also one thing I have learned, it's a dude.
It's a
Kevin
guy.
Hello Kitty is a dude.
No, it's not. It's got like it doesn't have flowers in its.
But
like,
still a dude. This dude is just gay. You know what I mean? He's
It's got
gay.
flowers.
He's
and-
gay as hell.
I thought
Are
that
you
was like
lying
a.
to us?
No, that's serious. Hello
Because
Kitty's a dude.
none of us know anything about this shit, so
Well,
we had to take you on your word.
I don't know why, because I remember one day I was saying something about Hello Kitty and talking shit, making fun of Hello Kitty. And my girl was like, Hello Kitty's a man. No, he's male. And I was like, I never knew this the whole time. I just assumed.
It's a man.
So it's a gay, it's a
got-
boy, it's whatever, it's male,
It's a
it's
boy.
gay.
It's a
gay then.
feminine male.
It's a
male
metrosexual.
Yeah, he's
He's a
metro.
metrosexual.
Feminine male cat.
So he's ahead of his time because he's been like that forever, I feel like.
So your chick is still like buying Hello Kitty stuff and all that.
Man,
Man.
I bought her, what's the name? Hello Kitty dressed up like Chun-Li. Street Fighter 2, that's really rare and because it's gonna go up in value. So
Imagine, can you imagine Dante on eBay? He's like, "Yo, I'm in a bidding war for a Chun-Li Hello Kitty."
Right now.
But if I think it's enough though, because our room looks like it's weird. We're both kids. One side of the room looks like Hello Kitty cartoon
Yeah.
women shit. The other, it's like both of our rooms as kids just collided and split in half. In the right.
It's like it's like if two 15-year-olds like got it. Yeah.
Exactly. Two 15-year-olds live together.
That's tight.
That's really not good. No, it's not.
That's a good
We're
union,
grown.
man.
We're
It's
grown.
confusing.
You're
It's confusing.
elongating your youth.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
You've got a hot stuff hat on right now. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it, man. That's good stuff.
And then I've done weird shit like this. Look through like her pictures when she was a kid and bought her toys that she had as a kid.
Yeah.
And she keeps it in the room because she thinks she gets really excited.
So she likes toys and like all that.
I think
So
it's
you guys
all-
are perfect for each other.
I
No,
was
we're-
just about to say, you just said that you wanted her to buy you a Joker action figure from the Dark Knight.
That's because I can't figure out what to buy for my birthday.
So great.
This
can't
is
figure it
good. It's good
Yeah, you
stuff.
guys are both kids
Everything
at
he's
heart.
saying is true.
This is
Everything
good
he's saying is
stuff.
true. It's all good.
It's no problem.
I accept it, and I'm a little embarrassed.
Either you guys
You
are
know,
just
but-
kids at heart, or you both, and you guys are just perfectly together, or you're both pedophiles. Either
Oh,
way, and you're
either
just trying to
way.
lure
take
children.
A. I'll take A.
I'll take that.
I'll take A. I'll take A. I don't want to find out something about myself that I don't know about myself. So I'd rather just say A.
This is why you don't get couples counseling, because it might come out that you
Yeah.
guys are like Jared from Subway or something.
Jared from Subway.
Jesus.
Jared. This has gone quite a turn.
Well, I
was
think it's
just
time
about
we
to
start
say.
talking about it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Jared from Subway. I used to, you know what's funny? I remember Adventure Harbor when it first happened. I was just talking about him, and then what did I say? I said, "Man, you know what they has to be thinking right now, in jail? God, I shouldn't have lost all that weight." And then I just kept going on about him, like saying if you work for McDonald's, he would have got caught faster because they have Happy Meals, so he would start stealing toys.
That shit is
Right.
hilarious.
I would just start saying, and then this guy stood up and was like, "Hey, buddy, I didn't pay for this." And I was like,
Whoa,
well, sir-
Jared fan over here.
I was like, no one paid for this.
"No," I said, "Sir, matter of fact, you did." And then they all thought that was funny, and then
Well, that
Who
had-
stands up for Jared Fogle? I want to know where this guy's got locked up in his basement, right back home. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Did you ever see like that whole news thing on how they caught him? Like they were like recording his phone calls and shit like that. And dude, it's fucking nasty.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's gross. Like they did like a whole like 2020 special on him.
Ugh.
And like you see these news clips, they're on YouTube. It's friggin' disturbing as hell. And then yeah, they're catching him like phone calls and stuff like that. Like he was like trying to get this woman that he knew, like trying to like get pictures of her daughter and shit
No,
like
it's
that.
like, it's
yeah,
like it's like
crazy.
Dateline. It's like Dateline.
Yeah, it
Your
was
man Chris
Dateline
Hansen
stuff.
comes out with a turtleneck.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Have some cookies.
And you're like, so
Sit
you
down.
just brought a 6-pack and some condoms to do homework? Like, what are you here for?
Dude, that Dateline stuff was hilarious.
This shit is
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's
How
Bro,
could you not laugh?
hilarious. No, you had to laugh.
Yeah.
I'd laugh.
It's funny.
Do you remember the one guy who actually was like, he's like, are you enjoying those cookies? All right, like when Chris Hansen would come out, are you enjoying those cookies?
I know.
And he's like, yeah, they're pretty good. And he's all just shitting himself. like,
It's terrible, dog. Like, you just like, yo. And then the funniest thing is, yeah, I'm just going to get out of here. Oh, is that what you
I
think?
love
Is that what you think you're going to do? You're just going to go?
all
I
right,
forgot what
get
happened.
out
Did they
of
used
here.
to arrest them? Or did
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would-
that's the great
The first
thing.
season, they would just let them go, and then later on send like a patrol car at their house, and then they realize you're like, you know what? It's
No,
better
let's
on
get 'em.
camera.
Let's get him on the way out of the house. That's the shit is hilarious, bro.
Remember when the guys pretend to be like, oh no, I was just here to like rescue her. Like, hey, there's a lot of creeps out there. I was just here to like tell her parents.
That's what
It's like,
exactly.
didn't you say in the chat right here that you wanted to force yourself
Yeah, I was just
inside of
about
a
to say.
12-year-old?
and then, yo, that sucks so bad
Remember
to
the
be.
chat? The chat
Bruh,
was the best
that's what I'm
part.
saying. He be lying to the dude, like, no, I wouldn't do. Well, it says right here that
Didn't you just say I want you to go potty on my,
my
face?
face. It's like I may have said something similar to that, I guess.
There was one guy that they caught. I remember this so like vividly, unfortunately. It was the guy who looked like Eminem. Like he even had like the Eminem look. Remember like back then when they would wear like the soft Fat Farm jumpsuits. Remember that?
Slim Shady.
Yeah, those Fat Farm jumpsuits that were made out of like that cloth. They were like light baby blue and shit. So he walks in like that. He looks like Slim Shady, and they're like, "Why were you trying to seduce a 14-year-old?" And he's just like, "Honestly, I just thought it would be like the most freshest type of meat out there." And even
Oh,
Chris Hansen was like,
Whoa.
"Well, that's fucked up."
I know, right? You're like,
He's like, "Whoa,
off
dude, you weren't
script.
supposed to say
Off
that."
script.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, Jesus Christ.
That is hilarious.
All right,
man.
guys, get in here. Get this motherfucker out of here right now.
There was
dog.
one guy that was caught twice.
Twice, yes.
Yeah.
He was on there, showed him on the fucking. Isn't this you last time being arrested? Yo, what is. Yo, that
Did
shit
you
is.
learn your lesson? He
Dog.
was just like, oh man.
That shit is so. That shit is so alarming.
I feel like that'd be such a good sketch. Like, so where's she at? Where's he at?
Are you like no? Are you? Is this like a three? Is this like a three-way thing?
I know,
What's
right?
going on?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
so,
want to
are you
rock
go-
paper scissors? Who goes
it?
first?
Yeah, it's like
so.
I'm not in it. I'm not in the three-ways, man. Like you go first, and then
So let's.
He's even picky. He's like, I don't do well with sloppy seconds.
no, it's cool, man. I'm good.
That's cool and all, but you're gonna go to jail. So when we get out, you want.
I know, right? The guy was like, he hadn't even had his court hearing yet,
Bruh.
and he was still just out there.
Still again, man. They
so
showed
funny.
him the tape of him being caught. Like,
I don't
yo, why
remember
would
this,
you
but
be
it's
back?
hilarious.
Yeah, it's
No,
hilarious.
bro.
It's better. It's better when it's told through comedians.
No, it's
Comedians.
very alarming.
I want to
but
watch.
Hilarious.
I don't know
dog.
why. It's not funny if it happens, but it is funny when the person
It's just
gets
the
caught.
reactions, right?
Yeah, I love
is.
that.
It
I
is, bro.
love when they get caught, and I think it's so funny.
Because you just know it's coming, like
Yeah.
that anticipation.
Yeah.
Because you see they're all happy. They're like, "Did you bring the drinks?" He's
Br-
like, "Oh,
Right,
yes,
the
I
girl.
did."
They send the girl out to
With
trap.
the
I'm like,
wig.
okay, I'm getting ready. And he's like, oh, yeah. It's like, he comes out, this nigga's half naked. What are you doing?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Dude, there's the episode on YouTube where the guy gets completely
Naked.
naked. As soon as he walks in the house,
In
he
a
just-
towel, bro. the nigga comes in and gives him a towel. Like, goodness gracious, cover yourself up, bro. Like,
Hey, why don't you
Hey,
put this
man.
on real quick?
exactly. We like to have a conversation without your dick.
He's completely
just-
naked.
I don't understand why people don't just start running. Does that ever
There's
happen?
some people that do.
Oh, yeah.
And then they catch him.
They try to leave immediately. But those aren't the funny ones. The funny ones are the
They
dudes
stay.
who sit down and try to explain themselves. It's just like, oh, man. It's like if they had got caught cheating and their girl has all the evidence.
Oh
It's like,
my
baby, I don't know that girl. But well, Exhibit A shows you've talked to her. Here's some pictures of you with her. Like,
The chats and all that.
okay, I can see how it looks. I can see how it looks, but no,
I don't recall that happening
at
well,
all.
we have the chats to prove.
Nope.
And then their screen names were always like the most embarrassing screen name. I'm like, I feel more embarrassed if I had that screen name and somebody shared it on
Bruh,
television than
you just-
actually talking to a 14-year-old.
You just kill them with the screen name.
The screen name would be like the Executioner 29, and it's just like some like straight weird like look dude. You know
He's
what I
got
mean?
like a wife beater on.
Yeah, they look like they're like the assistant manager at a Sears. Like
You work the photo lab at Sears, huh? That's
yeah,
what
exactly.
You do.
Like it's just some weird guy. There was one guy that they caught that was a school teacher, which is disturbing. You're like,
Bruh.
fuck, dude.
That
I'm
is
telling you,
disturbing.
but hilarious. When it is.
So,
still funny.
could you transfer me to 5th grade? But you studied for algebra for high school or whatever. I really want to teach the 3rd grade, man. It's my passion, and that's what I want. I just
know,
really want to
right?
go to the 3rd grade. Sure, you could go. Yes.
Just mad.
You know you're gonna take a 40% deduction in your
Your
in your
pay.
pay.
Uh,
That's no problem.
he's
That's
like,
fine.
I just want to mold mine.
He's talking about,
That's all
talking about
it
some compensation is relative. Don't worry about that.
I
Like,
just want to bring some life to these 3rd graders.
it's my passion.
They gotta bring those back. There's plenty of pedophiles that need
Oh,
to get
easily,
caught.
bro.
That need to get
You
caught.
could have better, more elaborate traps.
Yeah.
That's just hilarious,
I want to
man.
do. I want to do something. I want to do something with that. I don't know why. I love that so much.
To jerk off to it?
No.
I'm
To
just
get people
like-
getting caught. You know, but you know how much I don't
The
like.
way you say, I want to
Right, I want to
something
do
with
something with that really bad.
that. That's like when you look at a girl
I
across the room, you're like, I want
want
to
to somehow do my
own.
own version of them. Like even if it's just joking, you know what I mean? I just think it's.
What
I
if you
think
did
it's
like
so
an
funny.
NBA edition, right? It's just George Hill texting dudes. I have the chat here. You just bring up George Hill's text.
George, why don't you sit down?
George, sit
In the
down.
locker room. Take a seat for a second. Here's some
What-
Gatorade.
what are you-
Here's some Gatorade.
What are you doing
You're
here?
lucky Manu Ginobili doesn't understand everything you're saying.
I know, right?
Because this is inappropriate.
Or Tony Parker with NBA wives, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you've had the
maybe that's Kawhi's left, man, because he's trying to hit on Kawhi's girl, man.
Maybe,
That's fine.
maybe.
Jesus,
maybe.
I don't even know how you could do that, bro. You can't hit your teammates. White.
I heard what's his name
dog.
did that, right? Jason Richardson did that to Steve Nash, right? And Phoenix Suns. That's why they got rid of him.
Wasn't
God.
Steve Nash with Elizabeth Hurley for a little bit too? When she was banging.
Oh,
He was,
yeah. Elizabeth
Yeah,
Hurley.
from Bedazzled. Remember
Yeah,
Bedazzled?
Bedazzled was actually
He-
funny, man.
He was dating her, I
Yeah.
think, around that time.
Oh yeah,
Steve-
she was hot. She was hot.
Steve Nash is dope, man. He was really, I don't know. I liked him a lot.
We were talking about Elizabeth Hurley in her heyday, and you just said Steve Nash was dope.
Yeah, Steve Nash is dope.
I don't understand.
That's how
this.
much of an NBA
I was
head
just
he
about
is.
to. He was like, "Yeah, you just overlooked. you
We're
just
like,
pushed
remember how
it."
good she looked in that movie? It's like, yeah, man, he had an MVP.
I was
season.
Maybe
just
I
about
don't
to
want to.
say.
Maybe I don't want to think
He
about.
averaged 14 assists. Are you fucking kidding
Does your
me?
wife listen to this podcast? Is that why?
No, actually no. But still, you never know.
It's good.
You
I
never
was
know.
just
I might
about
get
to say.
reported on.
My wife, dude, she
You
doesn't
know?
listen to any podcast I do, which is good. So it helps.
Her friend, some of her friends listen to it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Does
So
your
they
wife come
report.
to your shows?
She did at the beginning, and then after a while, she was just like,
It's always like that.
"Yeah, I
it's
mean,
always
I
like
don't.
that.
I also don't want her to come to all my shows
Yeah.
either. 'cause
No.
I'm just like,
I feel like you feel a little, you have a
Restricted.
little restricted. You're a little looser without our loved ones.
when
there.
we were dating, I had a joke about her, and I did the joke, and it's kind of like a hard joke,
Uh-huh.
right? And people were coming up to her, they're like, "Oh my God, is that true? Like, how do
Yeah.
you?" And then and she got so mad at me in the car ride, and she was just like, "Don't tell jokes about that." Like while I'm there,
Yeah.
people were looking at me and coming up to me and shit, and I'm like, I know, but it kills. Like,
Yeah.
like, you know, when like a comic, if you have a joke that just kills, you're like,
You have to.
yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
I gotta keep that, man. Even
Yeah.
if that joke keeps me out of heaven, I need
Yeah.
it.
I need it. I need it. I
That might be
need
the
it.
joke that gets me on fucking Comedy Central.
never
You
know,
know,
I need it.
like,
I smack with it every time. I can't not use it.
Yeah, I
did
know.
you ever joke like that with your wife?
You know what? She's cool with most of it, but I had this one bit when I talked about her very personally but I thought it was really funny. And then she did not like it, and she told me to cut it out. You're humiliating me. Please stop. So I was like, all right, I'll throw it away then.
Damn, son.
I'll do that for you, cause I have to, I gotta. It's not like I'm, one of these
And
guys
we
that
can see who
won't
wears
joke.
the basketball shorts in this relationship.
that-
No, I'm
Art-
kidding.
artistic,
Dante wears
artistic
basketball
integrity.
Most of the
shorts.
time, yes. Most of the time, she wins. I mean, you know what? Life is easier that way. Let the girl win.
Spoken like a
You
true
win,
champ.
Just let her win. You win.
Oh,
Try to fight it, then we all lose.
we all die.
Cause you fucking want to just ruin everything.
She'll crash the plane. That's what I say. A woman will crash the plane.
Yeah, they will crash.
A guy won't crash the plane. A woman will crash
They
the
will
fucking
crash the
plane.
plane.
That's true, man.
Fuck it.
So just be
Your
cool.
chick will take it to a place where the argument should never go.
Yeah.
Like there's certain lines that you can't cross. You know what I mean?
You're like, how did you make this an argument?
Yeah, exactly.
There are no lines with women.
No.
Women don't see lines, bro.
What's the worst, dude? What's the worst you ever had? Where a chick just like crossed the line and you're just like I once had a chick make fun of my mom that I was dating, and I was like, if I would have knocked you out if you were a dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
First of all, remember my old girl?
Yeah.
She punched me in the face.
Oh God.
Punched me in the face, dog. And I was like, and all I could do was I was like, did you just hit me? Like, cause it happened so quick. She was like, pop, and I was like, did you just fucking punch me?
Yeah, you don't even know. I got
What the
punched in
fuck?
face.
I was like, okay. All right, that's where we're going.
What did you do? What was the context? I mean, you don't
Oh,
really
I
need any
just-
reason.
No, I mean honestly, man. Like when we argue, it's like I push buttons. So at the
Oh,
end
yeah,
of
so
the
you,
day,
you
we
give
all
it
do.
right back. You don't.
oh
hold
yeah,
back.
yeah. No, at that point, once you start hitting me, I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna fuck you
Yeah.
up verbally,
Yeah.
and then eventually, like,
I was like, physically,
she
too,
just
no,
got
I'm
yeah,
kidding.
she just got so upset she punched
You gotta
me.
just try to like hold, like just try to calm or run.
Yeah.
I've been punched in the face.
Oh, that's what I did. Oh yeah, I fucked her up. I was like,
What?
She was like,
I was like,
I was trying to
this
figure
might be
out
used
why.
against
I
you
was
in
like, I was
court
trying
of
to figure
law.
out why she would have hit me. But I was like, we were talking about how we should like be handling the relationship, and she was like, my mom, such and such. I'm like, your mom's alone.
Oh.
Why the fuck would we listen to your mom? Like that doesn't make any fucking
Yeah.
sense, dog.
That's a good point on your end.
Yeah.
It is a great point.
It just mean. It just
I'm
very
like,
mean.
yo, there's a. I was like, listen, your mom has nobody. She's alone. What the fuck are we talking about? My parents, however, have been married for fucking 45 years. I think we should be following this blueprint, not that blueprint.
And then that's when then came the slap.
No.
Was it a fist?
No, bro, it was a punch. I was like, what the fuck?
She was either Hispanic or black.
It was definitely black. Definitely black, because that went
Punched right in the
quick.
face.
If she was Hispanic, it would have been her cousin doing it.
Yeah. This is like, come over here. When did he get here?
Exactly. He's just been waiting in the corner, like, I'm ready. He comes out like Chris Hansen. Hey, take a seat, dog.
Take a seat, dog. It's gonna be quick.
Hey, try that empanada. That's the Latin version of
It's
freaking
like,
of Dateline.
hey, what's up, Rodolfo?
It's just her
What are
cousin
you-
Rodolfo
what are
getting
you
ready
doing?
to sock you in
Right,
your damn
what are you
face.
doing here? I'm here to hit you, dog.
Dude, the worst
We're
I ever
gonna hit
had
you, dog.
with a chick that I was dating, I was cheating on her. That's why. She went through my Facebook messages while I was sleeping, and I woke up to her throwing my phone to my face, bro. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I look, and it was my phone, and the Facebook app was open.
Goddamn
And I
it.
look at her, and she's just crying. She's like, who the fuck is Nicole? Why are you? And I'm like, that's the girl that I'm hooking up with. But it was like, I was so mad. I'm like, that's the girl I'm hooking up with. Like, and I was
You just
so
said
mad.
this
Bro, I
shit?
had a bruise right
yeah, yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah,
It looked
yeah.
like I got socked in the face. She threw my phone while I was sleeping, bro.
Dog, that's fucked up. But you know what?
I deserved it, but
Real,
it
real,
hurt.
real life shit like that lets you see how fake the industry is. When you be seeing motherfuckers running the walls and all of that shit. Like I was watching the James Bond movie with Daniel Craig. I was like, there's no fucking way he's running into this shit without like hurting. Like I hit my fucking toe on the fucking dresser the other day. I stopped for like 5 minutes and was like, I'm not gonna be able to carry on this bruise.
is that that parkour scene at the
Yes.
Casino Royale?
Yes,
I
bro.
love- isn't that the best though?
Oh,
Like,
that was awesome.
It's so cool.
I was
to
like, it's
see
so
that.
good. I was like, this nigga just ran through sheetrock. I was like, who fucking runs through sheetrock?
Daniel Craig and the Hulk, and Kool-Aid Man. Those
I
are the
was just
only
about-
three that are
only
able
three
to do
people
it.
that have successfully run through walls, nigga. That's
Kool-Aid,
beautiful.
Hulk, and Craig.
Definitely.
And Craig.
That's awesome. And Craig.
Shouldn't
His
try
name
that
is
if you're
just
not
Craig. And Craig.
Craig.
It's fucking great.
Craig.
No, that shit's hilarious.
We should try that right now. We should try running through some sheetrock right now for the camera.
That's actually
Yeah, you guys
That'd be
try
a good
let's see how
show,
it
though.
goes. Let's see how it
to
goes.
do that shit. To like try to recreate scenes with just like regular Joe Schmoes.
Yeah.
I might need to take a Viagra first, just to kind of like help loosen
Spread
it.
it out.
Yeah, help. Just go
Oh,
dick first into some sheetrock.
I just thought about it running through dick hard. Like that shit would hurt so bad, dog.
That would suck.
Oh man.
Just to kind of start making the sheetrock a little vulnerable, and then you just break through the other
You're
side.
like, Jesus. That's a hell of a confidence in your dick to be like it would soften up sheetrock.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Imagine
nah.
saying that to a chick instead of a dick pic. Like just be like,
No.
hey, that's my dick going through some
Sheetrock.
sheetrock. Right
What's up? What's up?
She'd be like, oh my god, he's gonna cut me in half.
So you coming over now or later? Like sheetrock.
Oh man.
Fuck. But yeah, man. Going to New York, man.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It is. Did you ever? Have you only lived in D.C. and L.A.? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. And but I used to go to New York a lot.
Yeah, for like conventions and all that, right?
Or just to go,
comedy,
and
just
just
to
to go.
visit.
Yeah, before comedy though. I never went. I went once during comedy, but it was just to chill. It wasn't to do comedy.
Yeah.
I should go there soon, but
You should, man.
Yeah.
Once I'm out there, man.
Yeah.
Just come out visit, man. That's the one thing too. It's like once you meet people in LA and stuff. A lot of people from LA just go out to New York, so it's like people are like, "Oh, it's such a big change." I'm like, I'm still gonna see you guys. Like I know a lot of comics that go out to New York all the time, so it's like it's not that much of a difference if we see each other out there or versus we see each other at shows every couple months out here.
Now, are you strategically trying to get into like the cellar and
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's
Yeah.
about trying to get, work out there. I do know some pretty good comics out there too that are already kind of in a lot of these
Established.
clubs and stuff. So, once you do comedy and you establish relationships, like some people are like, "Oh man, it's gonna be crazy to start." It's like, bro, people know you're funny. It's not like you lose all
Starting,
your talent.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you just lose all your jokes that you wrote. and
you're
all
not
that.
starting from zero, bro. You're definitely
it's a little different, And then I think I don't know, like it's weird because they say certain places make you grow faster, So
Right, and that's the benefit too, man. And I love LA, but as much as we, try to do comedy out here, LA's more of a big media town.
Yeah.
It's
It
not a
is
live
not-
entertainment
it's not,
town.
Yeah, it's not stand up.
It's not as good for stand up. Over here it's like people are like, you get more notoriety from having like a quote unquote like successful web series or booking like a role, like a guest starring role than if you had like a crushing 30-minute set.
Yeah, absolutely right.
But that's the difference.
But
so.
there's a lot of stage time there too, so
Yeah, you can make comedy. You can just do comedy out there. I mean, 3 or 4 spots a night. Clubs actually pay better than they do on here.
Yeah, I think this might be one of the worst cities for that because it's so saturated with so much people. New York is saturated too,
Yeah, but there's a lot of clubs.
Yeah, but it's like pure stand up out there. Like here, you get a lot of fucking.
And clubs do 4 or 5 shows a night. They'll do
Yeah.
a 6 p.m., an 8 p.m.
And most of
10
that shit be
p.m..
packed, man.
Yeah.
Like, that shit has always been, like, it's hard. Man, the store just started filling
It's true.
up, though. Like, that shit was so empty when I started. I was pissed when Adam took over. Because I used to just be able to go in the OR, stand there, and watch 12 comedians go
Yeah.
back to back to back. Now there's no fucking room. Like,
They sell out, man. I mean, you got to give it to them.
Adam's
They
That's
doing
what I
the
did
said.
job.
You sell out. The Laugh Factory is still having problems,
Yeah.
though. Like, the Laugh Factory
Honestly,
is
I
still
think
Shots.
it started when Adam took over. You know what I mean? Like Laugh Factory's doing really well. at a certain
Well, I
point.
would never know because you couldn't hang out. Like, I couldn't hang out
That's
until
a
I
weird
started.
thing, too.
Yeah. It's like, why you
it
do
doesn't
that?
create a good culture.
It doesn't.
Because they were like, oh, we don't just want anybody coming off the street. But like, yeah, but even if you work the club regularly, I have to be booked in order to show up.
Show
and
up. Yeah, they're like, what are you here for? I'm like,
I feel like a stranger.
I
never
They're like,
thought-
my friend's on the lineup. Oh, yeah, but what
fuck
are you
off.
doing it?
Fuck off.
Yeah, but you're not your friend.
Friend. Yeah, what? Huh?
I feel like I got lucky. I never felt that way there.
Yeah, because Jamie liked you.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt Very like no, even before that, I felt like it was always. I just
Dude,
somehow,
you know what you're like? You're like the hot chick. It's just like it's just crazy. People just buy me drinks. I never have to buy my own.
Exactly, Elizabeth.
But I don't know how. But what is it
Exactly.
about? I don't have. My body's not shaped like that.
Dog, every time Sully would invite me over, it would be like a pat down or some
Yeah.
shit. Like I'll be like, yo, what is so?
understand.
And then I get in, now I'm pissed because it's 12 people in the fucking audience. I'm like, you should be letting motherfuckers in, not keeping them out. There's 12 people in there.
That's hilarious.
Get out of my
That's
fucking way,
hilarious.
man.
Yeah, right. You should be begging me to come in
Exactly.
right here.
Should be begging me to be in your club right now. And then I just go upstairs.
It is crazy though, man. Yeah, like there was. Yeah, I think the Laugh Factory's been getting better, but there was a time where. Like my buddy was like, dude, I was on a show and they had to cancel the show because there wasn't
Yeah,
enough
'cause
people.
there's
You're
nobody.
like, that's insane.
Right.
It's
It's
getting
got to
better.
be big names, though, to get in, like
I mean,
fucking
even with big
Tim
names,
Allen and shit. Yeah, but they still struggle. That's why I said it's like, yo, man, like
it's a hard business, man.
It is.
It's a hard business.
that's how bad LA is. Like,
Yeah, the marketing there.
it's just
and all
people
that.
don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? You know what it's like? It's like the Heat games and shit like that. Like even when LeBron and all of them, like no one's showing up to the games on time. No one gives a fuck because there's so much shit to do in Miami that who fucking cares about that shit? Charlotte, the game is fucking like Dallas. Like those games are filled before it's like hey, we're here to
Oklahoma,
see-
dude. Like
we're
you
here to
here,
see
like,
basketball. Like
Well, that's how we are in San Antonio. That's like all you
Yeah.
have, so people enjoy more. It's like when you do comedy on the road, right? Afterwards, the audience is like, "Oh my god, thank you for coming." They treat you like talent, and then here you can't even get into the damn club without
you're right.
without going through a TSA
You're absolutely
check.
put your computer in the bed.
Take off your shoes. You're like, man, what kind of comedy club is
I
this?
never felt like that in any club.
Don't get me
here.
wrong. I love the Laugh Factory.
Exactly.
I love all
Exactly.
the clubs.
Would love
I love
to-
them all.
would love
Any-
to-
you
would
ever
love
put
to
me up,
work
I
with
love
you.
you.
Right.
I love you. I'd say DC Improv. I felt like that.
Really?
Yeah, like one day, Bobby, I opened up for Bobby Lee next week. The very next week, I went back there again, and then they were just like, "Okay, I want you to wait in this room." I waited in there for like 45 minutes. You know what I mean? I was like, "What?"
Wait, in the green room?
Like in the green room.
Their
'Cause-
green room was so weird too.
Yeah, they made me wait in there. No, not the green room. In the lounge.
Oh,
They made me
God.
wait in the lounge for like 45 minutes. So I was like,
What they want to do?
Oh, that's
It's-
"No."
dick.
They're like, "All right, now you can come in."
Oh, that's dick.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" Because at first I just lost track of time. I was like, "Wait a minute, it's been like 45." Because you don't even expect that. You think, "Oh, I should." Like, hey, just wait in the green for a few minutes, and then it just turned into a few minutes became 40. I was like, "All right, now I feel like I don't know." Like,
and you just performed there the
I
week
just performed the
before.
week before. Y'all were just so cool to me. You know what I mean? Now it's like,
Yeah, but that was
what-
when you had Bobby.
Yeah,
Bobby was there.
It was Bobby's clown, not you,
Yeah.
bro.
yeah, I know.
God damn it.
And, or maybe they were just confusing you for Bobby,
Bobby.
the whole time.
They were
No, they
like,
would have let me in then.
no. They thought they had a scheduling conflict. They thought they booked Bobby again. They were like, hold on, can you
Why is
just wait
Bobby
here?
coming out to feature for his own headlines?
I was like, wait, if you're on stage, then who's? Like,
I know. You know what it is, Dante? They figured it out too late. That's what it was.
they did.
Yep,
Thanks
they
for
did.
coming out, man. You're like, yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'd love to come back soon. Then you show up the next week, like, wait a minute, you ain't Bobby.
I never
He's
said I
back.
was.
All right, guys. I guess we're out of time.
Yeah,
I'm very
man.
unfortunate,
Sweet.
but thank you, Brian, for coming.
Thanks for having me, man. I
Dope.
appreciate
Best
it,
of luck
man.
to you in New York. You know.
Thank you, brother.
Also, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Are we shaking hands?
That
I
was
don't know.
almost
I was
strange.
like,
First time we
Paul,
shook
when? I
hands.
was like, Paul, when did we start?
Awkward
Yeah.
intro and then
This is
awkward
good,
outro.
yeah.
going.
No, I like this one. I don't want this one to end. I'm really enjoying this one.
It's completely unprofessional,
All right.
bro.
Good night, good night, good morning, whatever you did, whatever you're
God
watching.
damn it. Just sign off.
Thank you.
Good night, good luck.